Hello and welcome back to everyone who joined us yesterday for day one of the course. This is day two of the ISB Virtual Microbiome series. For those who didn't join us yesterday, I'm Sean Gibbons, a faculty member here at ISB and a microbiome researcher. Before we get into it, we're going to start a little poll at the beginning here. Yesterday, we asked you where you were from around the world. Today, we're going to ask you a little bit about yourselves, and we'll kind of check back in on that towards the end of my comments here. So if you're new to us and new to ISB, ISB is a nonprofit biomedical research institute in Seattle, and we're an affiliate of the Providence Health System. We focus on some of the most pressing issues in human health, including the microbiome, of course, but COVID-19, brain health, aging, cancer, and many other chronic and infectious diseases. ISB also focuses on improving K through 12 education and beyond, as this event sort of demonstrates, in particular by addressing inclusion and equity for students of color, women, and other historically underrepresented groups in science. You can learn a whole lot more about ISB by visiting our website at isbscience, all one word, .org. As a nonprofit research organization, we rely on the generous support of our donors. If you'd like to support ISB and its scientific and educational endeavors, you can find the donate link down at the bottom of our website. All right, and before we get into the details about the course, I'd like to thank our sponsors today. So we're sponsored by Applied Microbiology International, Illumina, Metabolon, and by the Environmental Health and Microbiome Research Center at the University of Washington, also known as the Embrace Center. The support of these donors allow us to provide this free virtual resource to people from all over the world. At this point, there's more than 1,000 people registered for our series this year, from something like more than 80 countries. We're especially proud of the fact that we're providing educational resources to people outside of the US and Europe. Often a half or maybe more of our students are coming from other parts of the world. Sadly, not everyone can join us in real time because it's the middle of the night on the other side of the planet. But the videos of the course and all the materials will be available for on-demand use after the fact. To give you a quick update on the video from yesterday, our live stream broke down yesterday. So we're currently working to upload the video from yesterday onto the YouTube channel at ISB, and we'll be in touch with links to that ASAP. So if you would like to share your experiences today with your peers and people all over the world on social media, don't forget to use the hash ISBmicro23 when sharing your experiences. And if you want to tag the Institute for Systems Biology, at least on Twitter or X, it's at ISBSci. So now to the course. So for the first day of the course, as in past years, we sort of walk people through the basics of going from raw data, FASTQ files of 16S amplicon sequencing data, all the way towards finished ASV tables, statistical analyses, and visualizations. And the data set we focused on yesterday was a data set that included healthy individuals and individuals pre-fecal transplant. These were people with recurrent C. diff infections that were going to receive the fecal transplant. And we wanted to see what these two groups looked like and what was different between them. In today's course, we're going to use that same data set. We're going to leverage that data we processed the other day and try to extract more functional information from it. And in particular, our instructor today, Alex Carr, is going to walk you through using a tool that was developed here at ISB by Christian Diener called MyCom that allows you to simulate the metabolism of an entire microbial community. And the question we'll be asking today is, what metabolically speaking is underlying this protective force that the microbiota provides in inhibiting invasive pathogens from being able to get into our system? What are the metabolic interactions that are governing that? And we're going to be able to sort of simulate that and explore that through the modeling that you're going to work on today. Quick intro to our team. Of course, yesterday, your fearless instructor was Nick Quinn Bowman, who did a wonderful job walking you through this 16S data analysis pipeline. Today, Alex V. Carr is going to talk about metabolic modeling. We had a great speaker yesterday, Catherine Ramos Sarmiento, research associate in our lab. The teaching assistants are going to be on the Slack channel, answering all your questions and making sure everything's going smoothly. And those folks include Christian Diener, Alyssa Easton, Chloe Herman, Noah Rappaport, and myself. The admin support for this comes from Dominic Lewis, who's our event coordinator. I'm doing a lot of the logistics behind all of this the past day, today, and tomorrow. Allison Kudla, Joe Meister, Audrey Hubbard, Connor Kelly, Victoria Uhl, Shanna Braga, and Thea Swanson. Without all these folks, this wouldn't happen. All this administrative support in the background helps us pull this all off without a hitch. Okay, so now let's try to get back to the poll results. There we go. So this is just asking, who's in the audience currently, and this is obviously not capturing those people who are currently asleep and will be taking the course maybe tomorrow or the next day or the next week. But for the folks that are here with us today, we have about 4% as undergraduate students. We don't have any high schoolers, sadly, with us today. The majority of people here today appear to be grad students, coming in at 34%, postdocs at 19%. And then we have a few PIs, so about 11% are instructors or professors, and then industry professionals are around 15%, and the rest, 18% are other. I'm not sure who those others are. I did notice in past years we had some Instagram influencers and various people joining us. So welcome to all of you from whatever career or career stage you happen to be at. We're very happy to have you with us. It's going to be an exciting day. So to close things off, if you have any issues with course materials or need assistance during the course, please visit our course-2023 Slack channel. You've already received the link in an email, but we'll share the link in the chat of the Zoom as well to make sure you can connect. To ensure that everyone can enjoy the course in a safe and harassment-free environment, we've provided a code of conduct that's on our GitHub. We will kind of monitor people's behavior. This has never been a problem in the past, but if there is any sort of harassment that detracts from our ability to have a safe learning environment where we can all learn, we reserve the right to remove people. We will pin links that are useful for the course to the general channel of the Slack and into the course channel of the Slack. One little addition to our rules this year is trying to have no soliciting, essentially. So in past years, we had some people kind of advertising products or other conferences or things like this. Let's try to keep things focused on the course and any questions relevant to the material. All right, so I think that about covers it. We won't be starting right away. Alex Carr will be joining us in about 15 minutes at 9:30 Seattle time or Pacific time. The course will begin. So we're going to have a brief break now. You'll see the kind of course slides rotate through for a bit, and then Alex will be back in about 15 minutes. So yeah, thanks for coming, and we'll have a great rest of the day.